Sons of Speed. We are in a Titan XD quad cab. This is the Platinum Reserve Edition, which means you get all of the nice stitched leather and two-tone on the inside. We got a wood steering wheel, inlaid leather, and this is our first driving impression. It will tow around, this being the turbo diesel, over 12,000 pounds, so it's very capable. But just as an everyday driving experience, I can tell you, you got room for everybody in your family, and then some, or your work crew. The amenities in here are what you'd expect on something of this trim level. So, you get heated steering wheel, you've got cooled and heated seats, you've got all the amenities that you'd really expect to see. Everything on the steering wheel, so you've got all your controls there. You've got shift on the fly, four-wheel drive, high. You can also put it in four-wheel low. Now, the engine is the big turbo diesel. I will tell you that you're not going to win any drag races with it. That's floored. And while it isn't the most powerful engine for speed, it does the job in towing. It'll get you where you want to go. And another thing, though, it's really quiet. So I do like the way that Nissan does their mirrors, because you've got the wide angle on the bottom. Trust me, you need it. This thing is huge. But then you've got your normal mirror up on top. So unlike integrated mirrors, if you're used to Fords and the way they do theirs, I like this style better. Now, as for ride quality, it's a big truck, and it drives like a big truck. They've tried to engineer as much car feel into it as they can, and they think they've done a good job, but there's really not a whole lot you can do to engineer out the fact that it's a quad cab giant truck. So it's very bouncy over some of the rough stuff, and the brake feel is a little soft. It's, if you're used to driving trucks, it probably isn't much different than what you're used to, but if you're coming from a car, it's going to feel a bit soft in the brakes. The transmission is a column shift, so it saves a lot of room in the middle. You have a ton of storage space. I will tell you that. I mean, open this thing up, this slides back and forth, it just comes right out. But I mean, just look how much room you've got in there. So you definitely, this is a utilitarian vehicle, and as a utilitarian vehicle, it works perfect. It's a comfortable cabin. Seats are really comfy. The driving position is great. You can see wonderful out of this thing from all angles. And you do have a power rear window control. I found it at one point. It's somewhere here. It's up on top. So that gets you the rear window open. So if you're just going with the windows down, it's just going to fly that air right out the back. So all in all, great truck for what it's used for. This isn't a Ford Raptor. It's not something you're going to go flying around in. But if you need to tow anything, if you need to carry anything, and you want to do it with 5 passengers in excellent comfort, and you don't mind a little bit of the bumpy ride, it's going to be a great vehicle for you. So now we're in the Titan, a little smaller version than the one we were just in. This has got the V8 gasoline engine, and it's a little smaller bed, but interior-wise, it's exactly the same. In fact, it's got the same Platinum Reserve trim that we just saw in the Diesel XD. Note something, though. The mirrors that I really liked from the Diesel XD are not in this one. This one drives a little nicer. It's a shorter wheelbase, so you don't have as much floatiness, much bumpiness. I'm going to take it down a really bumpy road in a sec, but so far this thing drives much more like a car than the longer wheelbase version. Everything else pretty much about the same amenity wise. So you do have four-wheel drive shifting on the fly to 4 high. To get into 4 low, put it in neutral when you're stopped, and then push this in and turn it. Obviously you're only going to use that in very limited circumstances. And you've got your tow mode here, and you can manually shift with the kind of awkward placement of the buttons here, but I mean, they're in a column shift, so there's really no other place to put that. Now, again, still get pretty good towing capacity on this one. I think it's around 11,000 pounds, which is just huge. So if you're towing a trailer, you want to bring a race car to the track, for example, you've got a ton of space. Those back seats fold down. All right, let's see how the V8 does on a standstill. Oh, that's a lot quicker than the diesel. So you're gonna burn a lot more fuel, and you won't be able to tow just as much, almost, but not just quite as much. But definitely, this has more power off the line than the diesel does. And we're on a very bumpy road right here. Maybe it's the wheelbase. This is so much more comfortable than the longer extended wheelbase. And actually the steering here is nice and weighted. I don't know, I kind of like this one. It drives more like a car than the extended one does. So compared to the XD longer wheelbase, you do lose a little bit of room in the bed, but what you gain is more car-like ride quality. You're going to love the V8. The diesel will give you better towing capacity. It'll give you a little bit better gas mileage. But if you're a car guy and you like the power, you definitely go with the V8. So this has been Brendan with Sons of Speed, and thanks for watching.